Broncos are underway. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. Here's Wilson to throw. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Now Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They run it with Carson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Bridgewater. And they get to Bridgewater. Bridgewater taken down on the end zone for a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 8. Now it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Again, Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down.
His path became similar to almost find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
3 yards the gain there, second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Bridgewater to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, 27 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Here we go. 56 to Mike. 50. Let's get it together, defense.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Throwing, Bridgewater.
That's checked down to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Gets it to Gordon, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Bridgewater again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater completes it to Fant on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Bridgewater. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll run on first down. Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They go back to Carson here on second.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. And Gordon's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. First down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
But he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be... From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. This is caught.
And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Bridgewater to Fan, first down Broncos.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Strong running from Melvin Gordon as he scores from a yard out.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Carson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 48 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run the counter. It's Carson. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Wilson. It's complete to Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. On 1st down, Carson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now Wilson.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. They go back to Carson here on second. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, it's Carson, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
77 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their time, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right here, right here. 45, 45. Go, go, go. 45. Out here all day. Out here all day. Go, go, go. Check. Shit. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Okay, just like that. Go down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On third down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Meyer's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly.
It's the NFL, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
2nd down and 7.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
And some room to work. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Red zone. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rolling to his right.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Room here to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 75 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try the left side. Carson, 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. 1st down, Seattle.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
A pass underneath for Carson.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Draw play. This is Carson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To throw is Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Fights loose. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, Bridgewater.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Bridgewater to Hamler, first down Broncos.
Play action now. Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 59 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson finds a seam inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They go back to Carson here on second. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd and 4.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. Conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Check 3, check 3. Check 99. Check motion.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Bridgewater to Sutton, first down, Denver. Bridgewater on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Bridgewater now. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
And McManus able to put it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I can't believe they even let you play. I went for a lot. You're right, man.
Now Bridgewater eluding the pressure right.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Check out. Hey, 0-0-0. Run left.
They run again with Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They run for it with Carson, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They run the counter. It's Carson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Hey, 0-0-0. Hey, he's checking crap.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down now, it's Carson at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Watch 16, watch 16. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot to hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw is Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
First throw now for the backup lock. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. L.J. Collier able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Locke working out of the gun. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance. On 1st down, Carson.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to air one out. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, 32 yards. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They go play action. Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. That is taken in by the tight end fan. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson.
Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. We'll be back after this. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Wilson to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down.
Bridgewater.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing is Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they'd been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis.